So here we have the pack, and I'm going to lay it down on the ground here. I'm going to show you a couple of things that I failed to show in the last video. This is the Bushnell binocular. I didn't really use this a whole lot. Even I don't know if it's worth the weight. It is fairly heavy. It is waterproof. The reason why is that it rains a lot here, so you do need something that is somewhat water resistant. It's called the Bushnell H2O. It's not bad. It's quite heavy though, so you do have to weigh it in terms of versatility, usage, and I would definitely have a binocular in a SHTF scenario. So it's kind of a mandatory in terms of the scenario that I'm playing with. Other than that, I have this, which is a kind of like a chair. I'm not gonna undo it. What it does is that it uses the MEC inflatable air mattress, and what it does is that you're able to set it up in such a way that you can actually sit down on the ground with a back stand. You can lean back, and it was very useful. I did use this quite often, so I do recommend. Sitting down is it depends on how you feel, because some people have I guess like a pad that they just kind of undo, and they can sit on the ground, because usually the ground is damp. If you're going to sit on a log or a stone or something like that, your butt can get wet real quick, and you don't want that. So this is more for when I'm at camp and I've already set up my base, and I just want to sit down and relax. And this is really useful. So I highly recommend some kind of a seat or a chair or something like that. Now there is also the other type of styles of those folding chairs. Those are a little bit too heavy for my taste. So in terms of versatility, you want to use each item has to have at least one other function. If you're bringing something that is you're adding weight to the system, and you want to make sure that you get the most out of it. Now, certain things like binoculars, I mean, the function is very specific, so you're not able to. There's no compromise in that sense. So you do have to weigh the options. Should I need it or do I not need it? Now, let's look at it from. Let's see this here. Now, in this pack here, I'm going to break this open. I'm going to show you something and how I pack it, which is my water supply. This is actually my tactical vest that I use, and I did bring this up to the mountains there. Now, the reason why it's attached to the 511 bladder system is so that if I wanted to go explore, all I gotta do is pull this out, wear it, and I have my personal bladder on my back. Now, this thing is an MSR tube. I bought the bladder, which is 2 liters. Let's see here. Yeah, this is the MSR, I guess, dromedary bladder. This is 2 liters, and I have a 6 liter as well. The 6 liter is for base camp, and the 2 liter is for, when you're hiking. So this system was actually really good. This vest is from like a Tasmanian tiger, which is, I believe it is it's German, I believe, and it's made for the Australian Army. So this is it's part of the Tonka manufacturing, but they have a line. Tatanka is for civilian use, and Tasmanian Tiger is for the military use. But they're both made by the same company, just different brand name, I guess. And here I have my Cold Steel Tanto Recon, which is a really good blade. It has I only have it in my system because you always should have a knife. It's set up this way, but I will show you guys how everything comes together once I show you all the other stuff, how I put my packs and stuff like that. So this is the way I do it. I have my bladder attached to my tack vest inserted into one of the pockets here. So when I go exploring, let's say I wanted to drop the large pack off, I can just pull this out and I have my water. And if I want to add additional like first aid kit, etc., I just attach the first aid kit to it and I go explore. So that's how I did it back up in the mountains. Let's see. What else do we have here? So I'm gonna open this first. The top pack is my map. Map holder, first aid kit, and kind of like miscellaneous survival stuff, which I'll go through. Let's see here. So let's just go through map reader first. Again, Tasmanian Tiger. I like the products. Let's see. In this pack, I have pencils, markers, and I have a compass, which is not. And this is Suunto, so it's not that it's not amazing, but it does get the job done. And of course, I have a map of the area that I'm going to be trekking in. Right, so keep it dry. Let's see. Okay, so look at this pack here. This was obviously I brought this up there. It has all kinds of basic survival supplies, and it's on a waterproof container, so it's quite useful. So I'm going to go through each of these here. Now these are, I think they're some of the most useful things. These are trioxane tablets, and it was at a couple of points in the trip, there was basically rain for 5 days straight, and it was really difficult to get fire going, but with one of these you can, it's just amazing. I think they're like, like $1 for like 3 or 4 or something like that. So I highly recommend having a bunch of these. So I have about 5 here. Purification tablets. These are pretty cheap. I think they come in large packs of I think it's like $8 for like, I don't know, 50 tablets or something like that. Some wire, some fishing line, which I made a mistake here because I'm not a fisherman. I don't fish very often. I should have bought clear line, not black. So I made a mistake there. So I should, I'll be picking up some other type of line in the future. Now, this Coghlan's emergency blanket is not necessary. I don't like anything from Coghlan's. The quality is really bad, and I believe in buying quality items because if you're talking about a SHTF, you don't have a luxury, or you shouldn't be using poorly made items. I only have this because it's really not that big a deal. I'll show you why. Any garbage bags would do just as good of a job. But I got this a long time ago, and I just kind of threw it in there, which I might take it out. I have also, these are knife sharpeners. So I think they're diamond, what do you call that? These are diamond coated. So they're really good for sharpening your blades. Flint and steel, right? I have 2 sets here. One of these will be on my tactical vest. So it also has a can opener and a whistle. This is the Primus flint steel. Very useful. I highly recommend getting it. You should have 2 of these in your system. One on you and one in your pack at all times. I highly recommend it. This is, I think they're fairly expensive. Not sure, I think about $10 or something like that. Yeah, these are these little bullets are feminine hygiene, but they are, a lot of people don't realize how useful these I guess tampons are. I bought a whole bunch of them. What you do with them is that when it's raining and it's hard to get tinder, these things make amazing tinder. A lot of people don't know that, and what you do is you just unwrap them and unfurl the it's like cotton, and you can make a little balloon like that, a little ball, and while you light it once, it will catch on fire immediately. It's amazing. You can also use it if you want to plug up bullet wounds, because they absorb blood. Right? One big lighter, spare batteries, some Surefire batteries. Now I got more of these. I'll show you. I have another little tiny waterproof canister that holds more Surefire batteries. These are matches. So with the striker pad and matches in the waterproof container. I have some fishing hooks, safety pins. These are, I believe, actually, oh, these are just the Gore-Tex tent patch. So if you have a tent or a backpack that gets cut, this will actually cover it up. Let's see what else. I have batteries for my pencil light, and this is all you need. I mean, the light has a good not shelf life, but operational time. It's got that little light is actually, it goes on for a while with just one battery. So I highly recommend getting spares. This is my first aid kit that I brought up there. It has a whole bunch of things. I can get into it later. I've got ibuprofen, Tylenol, all kinds of different things. I won't get into that right now. I'll show it to you in a few minutes. So, let's see. So this pack is my hygiene kit. Now, this kit has alcohol wipes, earplugs, moisturizer, toothpaste, Vaseline. This is the shaving toothbrush, hand sanitizer. This is for shaving, shaving gel, shaving oil, camp soap, which I have 2 of them. Okay, so that's all I used. Let's see, let's go on the other stuff here. All of this stuff I have in here was more than enough for 2 weeks. Let's see, okay, so here I'm going to cut this and move on to another. I'll just move the camera around so I can show you what's in here.